Coming into the final stages of the 107th race to Mackinac. We've got some showers moving across the upper part of the Great Lakes. The trailing boats are still entering the passage between Michigan and the Manitous, but the bulk of the fleet here is in the process of finishing, and we'll have lots of boats coming across the line this afternoon. This area of showers and thunderstorms is or actually it's mostly showers now. Most of the thunderstorms have dissipated. There may be a little rumble of thunder up here along the south shore of the Upper Peninsula, but these are the same storms that were severe when they moved across Wisconsin. But once they got out over the cooler lakes, they rapidly weakened, and they're basically just some light showers, maybe in the odd moderate downpour at the moment. The surface weather map shows, get the right one up here, there we go. Surface weather map shows a low pressure area that is centered over eastern Wisconsin right now. And that low is going to track to the east and east-southeast with time. We've got another low sitting up over south-central Canada. And for the boats that are doing the SuperMac race, we've got some cold air which is poised to move south. I think most of the SuperMac boats may actually finish before that gets down to the lake, but some of the later boats in that race could actually get a nice push of cool air and some brisk breeze after that front goes through about midweek. So looking at the forecast charts for the next few days, there's that low pressure wave over on Wisconsin, and sort of along that warm front that we've been talking about this whole time period, and here's that cold front moving to the south. On the forecast, that low pressure wave moves fairly quickly to the east and weakens today and tonight. The main low pressure area that's sitting up over southern Canada now moves southeast into Wisconsin. We could have another outbreak of showers and maybe some severe thunderstorms across Lake Michigan, but this will all be well to the south of the island. Right now I'm not expecting anything severe to threaten either the race fleet or the island. We do need to keep an eye, though, into Lake Huron for those boats doing the SuperMac. That low pressure moves across Michigan to lie just to the west of Lake Huron tomorrow morning, and you can see that that cold front that's up here today moves south across Lake Superior overnight, and tomorrow morning is just crossing into the Upper Peninsula. And that's actually followed by a fairly strong high pressure area. And so once this low moves out to the east, it'll pull this cold front further to the south, and that'll allow this high pressure to build into Lake Huron. So that by later Tuesday, and especially on Wednesday, I'm expecting a nice push of cool northeast wind to come onto Lake Huron. So this is the forecast for Wednesday morning at about 8 o'clock Eastern, and the front has cleared the lake by this time. High pressure is moving into central Ontario, and we've got a nice push of northeast breeze moving across Lake Huron by Wednesday morning. So let's take a look at the race tracker for the SuperMac race. You can see there are some lead boats are already moving into central Lake Huron, and then we still have a few boats finishing, a few boats to finish, these slower guys here. These quicker boats are likely to finish before that push of northeast wind I'm expecting on Wednesday, but certainly the trailing back portion of the pack is likely to experience those stronger northeast winds. So going to have a weather change going on here pretty quickly for the SuperMac race, and the lead boats are going to experience a completely different second half of the race than the boats that are a bit slower. So on the forecast chart, let me just put that up here. So we're looking at all of northern Lake Michigan and most of Lake Huron. This is the current weather picture. So the boats that are entering Lake Huron are basically beating up wind into a moderate to fresh southeast breeze. and then the boats coming up still to cross the Mac race finish line are in much lighter winds, where the southerly gradient flow is sort of split around the Michigan Lower Peninsula and then converges in this area here, so that we get a lighter spot. Their future looks fairly decent going forward in time here. I got to turn off something. Just 1 second. There we go. And all right, and then I got to do this. There we go. They start to get a nice push of southerly wind to take them, more of a following breeze to take them through the finish line later today. This upwind race continues for the lead boats in Lake Huron, but that wind will gradually ease with time and also shift to the northwest by tomorrow morning. So the lead boats are likely to basically sail upwind almost all the way to Port Huron, but the boats in the back are looking a little bit more advantaged now. You'll remember from the forecast charts we had the cold front coming down into the upper peninsula of Michigan Tuesday morning. This is the forecast for 8 a.m. Tuesday morning, so start to get a wind shift coming down, and that is right in through here, sort of a first cold front and then the primary cold front back up, just moving in through the upper peninsula. So eventually that cold air starts to spill down into Lake Huron, initially as a northwesterly, but pretty quickly veering around into a north-northeast direction and increasing. The reds here are winds in the 20 to 25 knot range. We could have some gusts approaching 30 actually on by later Tuesday over the lake, and those wind conditions continue to build going into Wednesday. This is early Wednesday morning, so you can see we've got solid 25 knots over the southern half of Lake Huron. So those boats that are slower and have had to languish in the lightest of the air over Lake Michigan are finally going to get theirs when they turn the corner and start to head down toward Lake Huron. So toward Port Huron. It's going to come pretty late in the race for them, but definitely the later boats are going to get a nice push of following breeze as they come down the lake. Anyway, that's our summary for now, and hope everyone's had a good race or is finishing up the Mac race well, and we'll be tracking the SuperMac boats here going forward. Thanks.